Hey, it's the Vegas Vic Show here. Today, I want to talk about the UFO document dump from the Trump administration that they put out. I think the last one was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's been a couple. There's been some speculation of why they're doing this now. I don't know why. Personally, I know there's some conspiracy theories out there, but for me, it's like I do question why they're doing this now, because they could have did it in his first administration, and he's come out and Trump has said he doesn't really believe any of this, but just kind of weird timing. But I want to talk about the movie They Live, 1988 movie that featured a wrestling star in the late 80s, early 90s, Roddy Piper. He did a great job in that movie, and a lot of people think that's kind of a documentary, because if you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it. And it was way ahead of its time. And, we talk about so many things with, politics of it, with our country, and the whole thing with the UFO document dump. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's good that they did that. They followed through. Again, I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. I know, again, there's the talk of the politics behind that stuff, but at the same time, you're curious about why they would do such a thing and why they would just put that stuff out. But whatever, it's out there now. And I think what it was a lot of testimony of former military that had come out and basically said, something's going on here, and there's been more and more alignment that while a lot of the sightings that they have put out there in the documented UFOs are explained, there's still a large percentage, enough of a percentage to basically say, hey, look, we don't know what these things are. And there's been some congressional testimony on it. Again, I question why it's being released. I know that Trump has been skeptical of all of this, and he also could have did all this his first term. But regardless, it's out there. We're gonna listen to a clip from Neil deGrasse Tyson and listen to what his take on all of this is.
Some are decent enough. They're just trying to make a living.
Cab drivers.
No, not as many as you'd think. Humans, for the most part, don't have a clue. They don't want one or need one either. They're happy. They think they have a good bead on things.
But why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
Great scene there from Men in Black. Are we all alone in the universe? The Trump administration this week piqued that curiosity with its release of previously confidential Pentagon files on UFOs. And our next guest is preparing alien enthusiasts with a practical guide for dealing with potential visitors from outer space. News you can use. Joining us now, renowned astrophysicist and best-selling author Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's out today with a new book titled Take Me to Your Leader, Perspectives on Your First Alien Encounter. Neil, great to see you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Thanks for being here. I'm just going to read your own words on the back of the book so readers know what to expect when they pick this up. Think of Take Me to Your Leader as a book of etiquette for close encounters, or perhaps a scientifically infused user's manual with helpful hints from an astrophysicist who wants to meet the aliens as badly as you do.
That's me, right there.
So tell me, do you write this book because you think that encounter is imminent?
Well, it's been gurgling up within me, and because alien sightings or UFO sightings have transitioned really over the past several years from the farmer seeing it on his back 40 and drunken revelers at 2 a.m. when the bar closes. You get these reports and you say, I don't know how we should believe those. Right on up to, in recent years, testimonies in Congress by insiders and former military officials and security people in the security sectors of our government reporting on things that we either don't understand or that they believe they do, such as alien body parts, crashed saucers, reversed engineering of their technologies. So I'm thinking, okay, it's time to bring out the alien. So why not? And so if they bring out the alien, or if an alien does arrive, we should be prepared for that. And this is a primer for you.
You're right. It's not just sightings on dashboard cameras in Russia anymore. It seems to have a little more credibility. Even former President Obama recently said something that suggested that he knew that we were not alone in the universe. He had to kind of walk it back.
So he's scientifically literate. So when he says, yeah, surely they're aliens, he's saying what we had told him in the astrophysics community. You do the math, you look at how old the universe is, the ingredients of life, how quickly life got started on Earth. It'd be irresponsible. It would be an overstretch of your ego to presume we're alone.
So let me ask you, what did you think of the material that the Pentagon just did release?
Oh, so I enjoyed going back to those early typewritten letters from 1947, describing in very flat terms, not, no hyperbole. We found this. What do you think of that? Let's talk about this. Let's keep it under wraps. And it's just fun to get a little bit of history there. But again, it was consistent with testimonies we've already heard in Congress. There's nothing new there, no shockers that we couldn't have extrapolated from what was already told.
So yeah, basically, the whole thing here is that the whole document dump came out. I think there was a couple of them. It's confirmed a lot of things that we suspected. And I personally think, there's a lot of talk of like, oh, well, hey, it's so quiet. Like all the satellites and all the different people that are looking for radio signals from outer space, and it's so quiet. Granted, it's a very large expanse. But here's the thing. I think they're already here. I think they've been observing us. I think they've been watching us. I think if they were hostile, we wouldn't be here. Are there other species that could be hostile? Of course. But I think they're already here. I think they've been here for a very long time, and they're observing. And I think we do have and have had access to their technology. And it goes back to some of the earlier videos that I put out about the Havana syndrome. Is that alien technology? Some of the craft that you've seen, is that some of us? And how big of a national security threat is it? And I guess the bigger question is, are they here to just observe? Or is there other nefarious purposes or more nefarious purposes of why they're observing us and watching us? Is it to help, or is it to just observe, or is it to hurt or help? We don't know. But for one, like, I grew up in Las Vegas. I used to watch George Knapp on News Channel 8 out there. And that's an interesting place to grow up, with Area 51 and the cover-ups. I think that a lot of the things that are happening, that are happening and have happened out there with the extraterrestrial reporting in the last couple of years, and you can debate whether it's real, but the news media out there does cover it extensively. And there is something going on, because when you have so many former and even current military it's scientists that have come out and said, hey, we've seen things, we've experienced things, we believe things. You gotta, at some point, take all that together and listen to it. So we'll see what happens, but like I said, I think they're already here. And if you haven't seen the movie They Live, go check it out. 1988. It is way ahead of its time. It is amazing, and it's really chilling. And I think it's another one of those movies that are a predictive type movie to an extent. Obviously, it's fiction, but it could be something that is not only predictive, but something that you can consider almost like a documentary. So again, thank you for checking out the Vegas Vic Show here on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok now and on Blue Sky. If you like this content, please subscribe, share, like, comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you and have a great rest of your day or evening, depending on where you're at.